Good morning. Today I am talking about the mobile phone, and in this connections I want to tell you to what extent mobile phone is useful for the youth of generation Z. Dear students, dear friends, and my dear colleagues, today the topic on discourse is, as I have already mentioned, to what extent mobile phone is useful for the youth of generation Z. When I am talking about the generation Z, I am very particular about the youth of this generation. Before proceeding further in this direction, I want to tell you about the clan of generation in brief that follows. There are four types of generation, that is baby boomers, born between 1946 to 1964. You can say the age 54 years to 75 years. Next, generation X, born between 1965 to 1980, age between 38 to 53 years. Generation Y, born between 1981 to 1996. This generation is also called millennial. Next, generation Z, born between 1997 to present. This generation is also called post-millennial. Dear students, I hope you are doing well even in this hour of pandemic. I also believe that the lecture which I am going to deliver will be fruitful and relevant to you. However, I will try to make this lecture a pregnant and more fruitful. My sincere request is, if you do happen to chance, please listen this fully. This is a valuable and concerns manifold with your life also. Here it is not exaggerated if I do emphasize upon this, that you are wasting your time on your mobile phone. But it is a fact. Yes, this generation is the first young generation in the history of our country that access to smartphone and cheap data, and you are spending hours on it every day. I am not beating about the bush when I am saying this all. You can verify, you can check your screen time, with which often average 5 to 7 hours a day for young people. Even retired or employees can spend so many hours on their devices. A young person like you who has to build his her life just can't. It doesn't digest. Do you know that 5 hours is 1/3 of your productive waking hours, or 1/3 of your life? Like cigarettes or other drugs, this phone addiction is eating away a part of your life. Wasting time means spoiling your career. It is damaging your career prospects and messing up your brain. If it stays this way, your entire generation, that is generation Z, will become a forgotten generation. An entire generation will be addicted to 4G, will be aimless in their life and clueless about the nation. William Shakespeare, an English playwright, poet, and actor, says, "Those who waste the time waste him." Usefulness or utility of this phone. Inarguably, smartphones have yielded several benefits for our society. Unlike hard drugs, 4G phones are legal. Kids can keep on in their pockets. The phone is also immensely useful for information, shopping, for online classes. It can be used to grow and learn, but it can also literally destroy a young person's life and even entire generations. Do you know there are more than 700 million smartphones user in India? And out of these, the smartphone addiction magnitude in India ranged from 39% to 44%. Smartphone addiction among Indian teens can not only damage interpersonal skills, but also it can lead to significant negative health risk and harmful psychological effects. A huge invention and what were once a luxury product, smartphones are now found in the hands of almost every person in India. The smartphone's role in shaping human interaction in 21st century has been exponential and far reaching, but at what cost? Disadvantages. Now I am coming to the negative effects of this phone addiction. I think there are three negative effects which are as follow. Number 1, certainly it is the absolute waste of time which could be utilized on more productive things in life. Imagine shaving 3 hours a day from your phone and spending it on anything that is fitness, learning a skill, studying more, a more intense job search, opening a business. Imagine if you did this consistently, where it would take you. Second, do you watching less stuff does your cognitive brain? You know, our brain has two areas, that is cognitive and emotional. Cognitive, a good mind is where both work well. When you watch junk, the cognitive brain disengages and is used less. You soon lack the ability to think, reason, or argue something logically. You can no longer see different point of view, process multiple scenarios, evaluate pros and cons, and make the right decision. Emotional. You function with your emotional brain alone as your cognitive brain is numb. The constant anger on social media, the polarization, the intense fandom and intense hate for celebrities or politicians, the popularity of certain screening TV anchors, all point to generation where the emotional brain is in control and the reasoning mind is not engaged. People who work with an emotional brain don't do well in life. The only way out, stop numbing your brain and engage your mind in more productive things. Third, constant hours on the screen kill your motivation and energy. Success in life comes from setting goals, staying motivated, and working hard towards your goals. However, watching a screen makes us lazy. Deep down, a fear of failure sets in as you are not sure if you can put in the work anymore. Solutions. To cope, you try to find a reason why you can't find success in life. You try to find enemy bad current politicians, bad past politicians, Muslims, Bollywood nepotism, rich people, famous people, and any villain to be made responsible for your life not being what it could be. Yes, the system is unfair and rigged. However, wasting time venting on social media would not help you. Working on yourself will help this problem. Stop complaining, start creating a better life for yourself and create a better person. Are you doing your maximum? Are you working as hard as you possibly can? Keep that wretched phone away until you make something of your life. Always remember, winners find a way out of the unfairness you can do. Now it is up to you, up to the youth of today to take India where they want to take it. Imagine the generation that gotten us independence. How cool were they? They were out there fighting to make India free. Please remember the Mandal Commission. Please remember the 2011 Anna protest. This youth cared about nation issues. Today, does the youth actually care about what truly impact us? Or do they emotionally react to news based on sensational, entertaining for crazy? There are several questions before us to solve. Do we care of these? The youth of today will decide the answer to these questions. No leader, no actor, no celebrity will do it for you. You take yourself and this country where you want it to go. Don't aim to make India poor and proud. Aim to make India and yourself rich and humble. Get off that stupid phone. Increase your mind in productive and creative things and make something of your life and country. I hope you will care of my words. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.